Take a look at this, New York City. We're right in the thick of a trucker boycott that's starting to shake things up in a big way. Not just here, but in New Jersey and Philly too. You guys remember Chicago One Ray over on X, formerly known as Twitter. Remember, we actually talked about him as he was one of the first truckers to announce boycotting loads out of New York City. Well, he has dropped us with some news that got everyone talking. He's saying because of the boycott, New York City has to pay 30% more just to get a load delivered from the Midwest. Yes, Chicago One Ray tweets just got off the phone with the broker we deal with loads out of Michigan, Illinois, Indiana. The reefer load that was refused yesterday that I told you about, the receiver paid him 30% more to get that load delivered to New York City. The load was off the board 5 minutes later. Truckers for Trump. Bottom line, groceries are about to start costing a lot more in New York, New Jersey, and Philly. So there you have it. I mean, he's giving us an update. I mean, he is a trucker, and he was one of those truckers that is boycotting loads out of New York City. I mean, take a look at what he says.
Hey folks, your old pal Chicago Ray here, checking in. Just got off the phone with our broker that's, that we deal with here. And he deals with, loads coming out of Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, and the East Coast, New York City, Philadelphia. If you remember yesterday, I was telling you about a guy who refused a load, refrigerated load going to New York City. Well, this broker just told me he got 30% more for that load. For that same load that driver refused yesterday, he got 30% more from the receiver to get that load over there. Refrigerated load. Okay? So that means that driver probably another $400 in his pocket. Cost of fuel to get over there. That load was gone in 5 minutes. It went off the board 5 minutes after he put it on. So here's the thing. All right, as I said, every driver's got to make their own choices here. But it looks to be like as though loads going to East Coast, New York City, New York State, they're going to have to be paying more to get it there. So, like I said, every driver's on his own, but I wouldn't fault that driver for taking that 30% more. I ain't faulting him. All right? But if people in New York City got to pay 30% more for milk and eggs, that's going to hit. That's going to bite. All right, over the course of time. Because once that price goes up to where it should be, because they've been cutting our rates for the longest time now. But what I'm saying is, looks like in order to offset some of the loads that are being refused, they're going to start paying more to get them there. That's what's going to happen. That's what looks like it's going to happen. I don't know what's going on anywhere else, but this guy I deals with several companies, several big truck lines, and he got 30% more for that load. From now on, he's going to be going 30% more for any load going east. So that's a pretty good deal, man. So, New York City, get ready to start paying more for your groceries. Just letting you know. Fuck around and find out. I'm Truckers for Trump. I'm MAGA, baby. All the way. We're going to win this. I stand with Trump 100%. Chicago Ray. See you down the road.
So There's the scoop. I mean, we're on day 2 of the 7-day standoff, and it's clear this move is more than just a blip on the radar. Brokers are scrambling, upping their game by offering truckers extra cash to brave that trip into New York City. And guess what? Prices for hauling loads are predicted to skyrocket even further. I mean, we have people that are saying if they're paying 30% more this week, get ready for 40% more next week, 50% more the week after. Truckers seem to be positioned to make some serious money and put the squeeze on New York. I would think they will stick together and play their cards right. So there you have it. I mean, people are predicting 40% more next week, 50% the week after. Truckers are in a prime spot to cash in. I mean, but not so much for the residents in New York. They could be looking at price jumps on everything from eggs to meat. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more heated on New York City, Grant Cardone throws a curveball. Amid supporting Trump with a hefty GoFundMe, he's now pulling the plug on any business dealings with New York City real estate, advising his team to focus on more friendlier states like Texas and Florida. Grant Cardone tweets, "Dear Cardone Capital Team, immediately discontinue all underwriting on New York City real estate. The risks outweigh the opportunities at this time. Recent political decisions will continue to deteriorate price and benefit states that don't have these challenges. Focus on Texas and Florida." Grant Cardone. I mean, talk about a double whammy for the Big Apple. So, New York City, where does this leave us? With truckers holding firm and prices climbing, plus big players like Cardone shifting their gaze away, it's a wake-up call. No word yet from city leaders, but something gots to give. New York's resilience is legendary, but it's a whole new ballgame. What's your take on this unfolding drama? Let's chat now, diving deeper into the what ifs or the coming days. If this is just day 2, can you imagine the ripple effects by day 7? Grocery shelves could start looking sparse, and dining out might just become a luxury with menu prices going through the roof. It's not just about the cost, it's the availability of the products that can hit New York City hard. With the city hustle and bustle, could New York City see a slowdown in their everyday life, waiting on deliveries that just aren't coming? And let's not overlook the broader economic impact. If companies like Cardone Capital are steering clear of New York City investments, what does that say to the rest of the business world? This boycott, combined with the shifting business focuses, could signal a call for major strategic shifts in how the city operates and attracts a business. It's a pivotal movement, and the decisions made in the next few days could very well shape the future of New York City. What do you think the city's moves should be? How do you see this playing out for everyday New Yorkers in the overall economic landscape? Your thoughts? New York City? Let's hear them down in the comment section below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
তো দর্শক শ্রোতা, ভিডিওটি দেখে যদি আপনার ভালো লেগে থাকে অবশ্যই ভিডিওটিতে একটি লাইক করবেন, আর আপনার মূল্যবান কথাগুলো অবশ্যই আমাদের কমেন্ট সেকশনে লিখে আমাদেরকে জানাবেন। তো দর্শক শ্রোতা, অবশ্যই আমাদের চ্যানেলে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে আমাদের পাশে থাকবেন। ধন্যবাদ।